record, it should like ask you. All right. Can you still hear me?
Gotcha, bud.
All right, sweet. How's it going, Victor?
I'm chilling, man. How you been?
Great, great. First off, congratulations. Great fight. I mean, that was a crazy fight. You put the pressure on that guy, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. You know, that was the game plan going in, try to get this dude tired and see what happens from there.
Yeah. You made me a couple $100. You were the biggest underdog on the card. And I mean, I couldn't believe how big of underdog you are. I know Honey's a good opponent, but I mean, I thought I did enough research on you to see that you were definitely more experienced. I mean, you shouldn't have been that big of an underdog, but I'm glad you were.
Yeah, apparently there's a lot of people out there that owe me some lunch. I ain't gonna take their money, but damn, if you're gonna make that much money, get me some lunch.
I'd be happy to. But yeah, man, was the fact that you were such an underdog, did that motivate you any, or do you just not even care about that stuff?
No, not really. I mean, I'm not much of a betting guy anyways.
Yeah.
I didn't have any stake in it, so I didn't have any stake in the money that was supposed to be made, as I should say. But you know, no matter what the betting odds are, no matter what you know, what's gonna become of anything. I mean, the thing is, I mean, the overall goal is the same. Go out there and punch the guy as many times as you can, and don't get punched at all if you can help it. But you know, every fight's the same. People are gonna try to whoop your butt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't matter what the betting odds are.
Yeah, for sure. How was your overall experience? Was it different than any other promotions just being in the UFC? Like, was it just still different because it's the UFC or?
Yeah, I mean, there are some differences. You know, the UFC really takes care of you as far as you know, what to how to rehydrate. You know, they try to make it as easy as possible for the fighter. You know, they don't, you know, of course there is the side of the UFC that other people don't like the interviews, the press conferences and all I think. But you know, UFC has to make their money somehow, you know, other than just pay-per-views and everything. They gotta pay out these fighters and everything. And I think they do a really good job of making it really comfortable for the fighter to cut weight, to provide them a space to train. They give them a stipend in order to eat and everything, and they take care of the fighters and the coaches. So, but there is the job side of it, and I do believe that the UFC does a great job of taking care of its fighters.
That's great. Did fight week go well for you? Did the weight cut go as good as you were hoping and everything like that?
Yeah. I mean, you know, the weight cut always sucks. You know, it's funny because like there's people that say, oh yeah, you can make 25 according to how the weight you walk around at. Yeah. I'm like, no, you nerd. You know, like just because you beat the scale the day before doesn't mean you beat the person on the next day. You know, like you got to be able to cut weight, make a weight class, and still be able to rehydrate and perform the next day. You know, you can't absolutely kill yourself in order to make weight because there's a person that's going to try to beat you up the next day. You know? So, you know, the last pound was a little bit of a struggle to get off, but I got it off, and you know, I was able to rehydrate well and, you know, get back to what I felt was a good physically good place to be in order to perform at the rate that I did.
Gotcha. And speaking of that, how do you feel about your performance in the fight overall? Did you think you performed to plan, or you could have went a little better? Or, you know?
No, I think it could have went a little better. Of course, there's always the you know, the ever perfectionist side of fighting. You don't want to, you know, I mean, if it was perfect, you know, you'd be in the cage for 10 seconds at a time. You know, like you slip one punch and knock the guy out every time. But you know, it's hardly ever how it goes. But you know, it's funny, before even the numbers came out as far as, you know, significant strikes landed and Victor Henry threw this many punches and everything, I actually thought I didn't throw enough. Yeah, I thought, you know, it's funny because they were talking to me. They were like, well, my coaches were, how do you think you did? And I was like, I think I did about a 6.5 or a 7.
Okay.
And they were like, well, you threw a lot more punches than that.
Yeah,
so,
you threw a lot.
Yeah, so, but, you know, there's the perfectionist side. I think I did well. I just think I could do better.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was definitely a war. That should have been fight of the night. You guys brought it for sure. Like there was nonstop action in that fight. And is that usually how you fight? Is that what you try to do in most of your fights? Just keep the pressure up like that? Because he was
No,
not
well,
going
no,
away.
'cause it really depends on what who I'm fighting,
Yeah,
and what game plans we put forth. I knew Hani was gonna be he was gonna be strong and he's gonna be an athlete the entire time. It's not
yeah,
gonna be easy to break him unless you give him a reason to break.
sure.
I believe that the volume certainly was something that he had to be worried about,
Yeah.
but he wasn't. I didn't want him worried about power so
Hmm.
much that he just backs up and he escapes everything. I wanted him to
Yeah.
stay in the pocket.
So you
I
could
wanted
land the
him
shot.
to stay there and be available for me to hit. That way he can really load up and try to hit me, with the power that he has. I
Yeah.
mean, half of his wins come by TKO or KO.
Hmm.
So I knew that it was going to be, if I try to match him power for power, it's not going to play well in my favor.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I really got him, then he's going to want to escape everything. So
Hmm.
where do I draw the line between, hitting him with enough power where it's going to get my
Effective.
respect,
Yeah.
but not so much to where he's just going to exit the entire time. And now I know it doesn't matter how many punches I throw, and because he's never going to be there.
Gotcha. I will say this: I've never seen someone knee someone in the ass or upper thigh as many times as you need him in the thigh when you had him against the fence. I was like,
Hey,
God damn, those are shots.
yeah, well, it's funny, in the gym, I'm kind of known for getting the shots that nobody ever thinks of. Remember, the
Yeah,
only place you can't hit somebody is the nuts,
that's
in
true.
MMA. I mean, you can't eye poke them, but you can
Yeah,
hit somebody anywhere else.
yeah.
So I
Why
try to I
not?
try to I try to use my imagination, and I try
Yeah,
to hit somebody everywhere else. Knees to the calf, front kicks to the inside of the ankle,
yeah,
toe stomp, all those things. And I don't know if anybody's giving you a really good Charlie horse, but I've gotten a Charlie horse on my
yeah.
ass before,
It
and it was hard
sucks.
to walk.
It
So
sucks.
yeah, I'm gonna knee him right in the cheeks.
Yeah, well, it probably worked. I mean, it definitely put up your strike numbers like crazy because you got a lot of them. And I was like, I mean, that might have helped you win the round. It was crazy how many. I was like, you've got so much control there too. I mean, he couldn't do nothing about it. So,
Hey, free strikes as far as I'm concerned.
yeah, yeah, strike's a strike. How do you feel about Honey as an opponent? Do you think he'll come back from that and perform good, or do you think maybe he's just flash in the pan?
No, I think he's gonna. I mean, Honey is a seasoned veteran. He's
Yeah,
got a lot of fights. He's had two really hard fights. Back to back, Valiev and then me. So
yeah,
and he's he's not one to back away from the challenge. And I always want my opponents to do well because, well, the better they do, the better it makes me look.
that's true. That's true. Who do you see yourself facing next? If you had to guess or
You
pick
know
a
what? I really don't know.
Yeah.
It really depends on what direction the UFC really wants to go with me right now. I mean,
Okay.
I can see what's up. I can see them really wanting to maybe build me up,
Yeah.
and maybe they give me somebody who's not quite high on the rankings in order to build me up, or maybe they want to just, hey, let's get it rolling, and let's start giving them heart, giving
Yeah.
me really tough guys.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can see either or. I'm not really in the business of calling people out or
Gotcha.
anything, but I could see them really putting me up against anybody.
Yeah, they've been known to do both. How soon do you see yourself competing again? You seem like you're pretty injury free, or you banged up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I can see them putting me in March or April.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Sweet, sweet. Yeah, man. Well, thank you for the time and really congrats. I mean, that was not just a good performance. It was also it was a badass fight, and you looked great in there, man. So just congrats.
Hola. Yeah, yeah. Thanks again for having me, man. It's funny because like even after this fight, I had to remember that, hey, I gotta be able to give the interviews to the people that gave me the interviews before I was even here.
But yeah, well, I appreciate it. And hey, maybe our show's a good luck charm now. I don't know,
Hey,
man. Maybe you should come
maybe,
on every
man.
time.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Hey, you should give us a shout out because your page has grown like crazy on Instagram. I was like, watch, he's gonna grow like crazy, and I'm probably never gonna get a text back.
Well, you got it back, man. You got it
All
back.
right. Well, I appreciate it a lot, man.
All right, thanks, man.
All right.
Take it easy.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye. Not sure how to leave.